Good morning. I wanted to kind of go over a few things today on the talking points that we've been getting on. One of the things that I kind of wanted to touch on was cost of goods. There's not too many businesses that run and don't know what the product costs that they're selling. In the Farrier world, guilty of it myself. The reason that I probably thought about a lot of these things is I've made a lot of mistakes. But cost of goods, so you're selling a product and you don't know what it costs you to sell it. So that's the reason it's so important to get down to what it truly costs you. At least a good estimate, because you're going to have horses that are farther away, or you're going to have horses that lose more shoes. Through talking to Danvers at one time, he had like 74% of his lost shoes come out of one barn. So that barn actually cost him more money. And people get into trying to figure out what it costs them to shoe a horse. And we're going to touch on some things later that will, kind of narrow that down and help you get to whatever your number is. And it's going to be more of an average number than it is, for each horse. But people, they try to figure out, including myself, and I did for years, I tried to figure out what it cost me to shoe a horse. And then I figured out that there was two different costs. There's what it costs you to shoe that horse when everything goes perfect. And then there's that cost of what it costs you to shoe that horse if everything goes wrong. Put my seatbelt on here. I just left the barn. But what I try to do is I try to set my business up for when everything goes wrong, that I can still turn a profit. And when everything goes right, then I get to turn a little bigger profit margin. So I think it's real important to get to what it costs you to keep a horse shod, not what it costs you to shoe a horse. Because we don't factor in, the lost shoes or the nails, or somebody comes by and borrows a rasp off of you or borrows a box of nails. A lot of times we don't figure those in, but it all gets paid for out of horseshoeing money. Some rasp that you get, they'll last longer. Some ones, and it can be in the same box. Some of them don't last as long. You break one on a horse. I had a horse step in my box and break a tool. It all just figures in. So I try to set my business up whenever things go wrong, that you're still able to turn a profit. Because I think that keeps you going in the right direction. So, have a good day. Thanks for listening.